The 11th frame. Mark Allen to break.
Well, Allen played the break-off shot about as well as he could have played it. Left the cue ball tight on the rail. And what happens? Robertson knocks that red in.
Well, it's an absolute screamer of a shot, and it's not the first time he's done that when tight on the cushion in the last few days. He did it yesterday a lot, and he's been doing it
8.
Often today, and really there isn't an awful lot Mark Allen could have done about that. He winced, I think, slightly when he saw that one drop.
Nine. Sure. 16.
You were talking in the studio, Neil, about famous recoveries. John Higgins 7-2 down to Judd Trump in a ranking tournament in China a couple of seasons ago, 110.9. My mind goes back to a Masters
17.
final more than 20 years ago. Mike Hallett 7-0 up at the end of the afternoon session against Stephen Hendry, and 8-1 early in the evening. What happens? Hendry wins 9-8.
24.
And on top of it all, Hallett's house was burgled while he was playing.
For once, that's not absolutely A1 perfect. He's slightly near to the cushion. He can't drop it in and finish on one, I don't think. Just going to have to play a good shot to keep this break going. I think you'd have to raise the butt of the cue to go into the bunch from there to get near the bottom of the cue ball. And that is what he's looking at now, and it's not very nice. Interesting that he would...
Bramble.
Well, how about this? He's not even going for the black. That surprises me.
Neil Robertson,
well,
25.
If he's going to play safe, he could have probably done a little better than that. That's the first semblance of an error that he's made all evening.
7-3 in front, but resolved to take no chances. And although Robertson could have played his safety a lot better, Allen has found a very good length.
Well, there's one red that pots, but it's much too difficult, I think. He's got the target balls of where the ball colours are. I think he's played that well also. It's probably just about where it was last time. It's another good shot. The problem he's got is that when Robertson is forced into taking something at long range, he's been knocking them in. And it might come down to that again here.
Well, that's one long ball that Robertson didn't pot. Neil and I are still puzzling over why, when Robertson had black from its spot, but with no obvious position, he played a nothing safety. He could have done all sorts of things. Could have potted the black and then played safe.
A strange shot, I thought, but it's hard to criticise him. But that one shot was a little bit, certainly by his standards, weak. He didn't do anything. He didn't get Mark in trouble.
6.
If you like, he's kind of lost the thread or the advantage since then of Mark getting him into trouble on 2 occasions.
Seven.
Now that's not perfect, but you're probably more likely to play the pink. Than the blue.
Thirteen. $14.
Yeah, it would be unfair to say that he played badly at all this afternoon, actually, Mark. Played pretty well. He was battling hard to win frames, and the chances to do so were not coming on a very regular basis.
19.
But the stats don't really lie, and the reason that Robertson is 7-3 up is because he's quite a way into the 90s pot success. He's missed less balls, as simple as that.
$20.
Really nice atmosphere in here tonight. Big crowd who are silent, watching what has been
27.
a very high quality match. By far the 2 best players have been in the tournament, are here in the final. I know that sounds obvious, but there's normally a hard luck story along the way. I think these 2 can claim to be the rightful finalists.
28.
Well, they're enjoying it, but
35.
probably no one watching would have particularly liked that shot, because he potted it into the top jaw of the pocket, so it wasn't clean, and the cue ball went further than it should have done for that reason. That is an error, quite considerable proportions. Well, I think if you're going to beat Robertson in the form he's in, you're going to have to knock
Mark
those sort
Allen,
of shots
35.
in and probably win the frame in one visit. Positional mistake.
So Robertson comes back to the table only 10 points behind. I'm sure he was expecting worse. Wanted to hit it as thin as possible and did.
Yeah, the pace on the cue ball tells you it's almost what he played. quite remarkable, isn't it? Out behind the green, though.
Yes, that he wasn't expecting.
Well, the thing is, he can get to the left red. The problem is, it's touching the cushion, so he can't play the thin hit across the red and bring the white up and down. It's short a double kiss if he plays that. Oh no, no, that's nowhere near.
Foul and a miss.
I don't. He's
Robertson
putting his hand
full.
up there as if he thinks the cushion bounced oddly, but I don't see how he can play that shot. I think the middle pocket's in the way to hit that red. And don't forget, he can see the other red, so he's got to be mindful of that. In other words, 3 strikes and out, you lose the frame.
I also think that on a table with more receptive pockets, Robertson would have attempted the red along the rail.
Well, he's played it with side. I don't think it's on.
Foul.
Clive. He's
And a
played it
miss.
with right-hand side to bring
Robertson
it
full.
down.
Back.
Now I think he's going to have to try and pop that red down the cushion now. I honestly think there's no other shot. And it can be quite dangerous when a player is on the 3rd shot where they've been warned,
This time you lose the frame. Okay.
because they can knock one in and clear up. I've seen that before.
It's a frame forfeit for 3 consecutive misses from an unsnookered position. Anything's better than that. And, well, there are 2 reds on. I thought he got away with it for a minute.
Yeah, both of those reds popped to the left corner, Clive. Although it won't be an easy starter. Because he's got to stretch on it a little bit.
One. Sure.
Seemed rather a dead contact, but there's no problem.
Eight. Nine. Sixteen. 17.
No problem with that red. And probably won't be for the one on the pink spot either. But either red along the black cushion
24.
would require care and accuracy.
25.
He's just a little bit straight on this. He only wants
32.
red and high value colour. We've seen 1 or 2 of these stay up along there at speed.
33.
Not that one though. with this black, Robertson would go 38 in front with only 35 on. So it certainly looks like 8-3 coming up.
Neil Robertson 40.
And a snooker for good measure, I believe. Well, it almost seemed as if Robertson didn't attempt the pot there.
I don't know, it's a strange one, wasn't it? Judging by the way he's been knocking the long ones in. If he did play it, he missed it by an awfully long way. It's very difficult to fault how he's playing, just the occasional shot here or there. And really, Mark tonight hasn't done much wrong. As I say, if you think about how this frame might be lost, he was in that snooker that required a third effort to hit it, where he went for the red down the rail. You go back to the shot before, that was Robertson with the very thin red that found its way behind the green. That was not played.
Not quite a snooker.
The ball's certainly not the worst, though, for getting snookers where they are. And I can get to half of this. It's a horrible shot, though. He could go cushion first. I think he'd like to. I'm not even sure if he can do that. Green's in the way. This is a good shot. This is a great effort. Again, so unlucky.
Still only one snooker needed. Looks promising.
What a brilliant shot. What a great shot to get a snooker that was. Okay, it might not be that difficult, but a shot that I don't think any other player, I think I've never seen a shot like that before. Bit of a swerve. As you say, it is one snooker. The frame is not done yet. Balls are quite promising for getting them.
I've just got it nagging away in the back of my mind that Robertson could regret not attempting the long red that I mentioned about 5 minutes ago, which certainly would have put Alan out of the frame. But he knows his business best.
And once again, it is snooker, but the swerve is on, as was the case last time.
That is a snooker, but pretty easy to hit. There isn't room round the back of it. So effectively that was a wide ball. There always was a possibility of a snooker on that diagonal.
One. Neil Robertson, 1.
Once again, I can't imagine why he didn't pot the brown that was over the top right pocket there, to be honest. I don't know if it will make any difference, but that makes zero sense to me.
.39 the difference, only 27 on. 3 4-point snookers to tie, and the only glimmer of hope I think for Alan is the blue and black in the middle of the table. That's quite a wide barrier to lay a snooker behind, even though it would have to be a good one. Three snookers to tie then. Yes, it's 8-3 to Robertson.
I know the score's not 8-3 yet, but it looks that way, and I've been reminded by Matt, who writes a Pro Snooker blog, which is quite good to read actually if you're into the game, that he was 8-3 down in the 2011 UK final, was Mark Allen, and he got it back to 9-8 down. He lost 10-8, but he made a pretty healthy comeback from such a long way back in that final.
Yes, that was against Judd Trump.
Well, that will be the score now, 8-3, so that comeback's going to have to be forthcoming soon.
Neil Robertson 2 under frame.
8-3 to Robertson it is. He needs only 2 more frames for the title.